What's up, everybody? It is Thegoal60 here for Tuesday, June the 19th, 2018. So yesterday we did have 5 official plays. They did go 3-2, forcing us into 2 B bets today. And we also had a 6th play that started up yesterday, but then got postponed till today into a doubleheader. So we'll be talking about that today as well. Alright, so if you watched yesterday's video, you know that I talked about the 1-4 game series that started up, and I actually said that was not going to be a play. Well, I was wrong. One of our subscribers actually pointed out in a direct message on Twitter that that was actually a revenge play, and he was completely correct. I went back and looked at my spreadsheet, and for whatever reason, I like to highlight potential plays. As soon as somebody gets swept, I usually go down, find the next time that they're going to be playing in that schedule, and then I'll highlight and put potential beside it. For whatever reason, I didn't do that, so I missed that, and he caught it, thankfully, early in the morning. So immediately whenever he brought it up, I went and checked my spreadsheet, seen that he was right, went and checked the price, went and checked everything about it. The Mets were at -123, so I immediately went to the video, put a comment up, went to Twitter, did all that. I tried to catch you guys as quick as possible before too many views got up, just in case you wanted to play that. So that was a play. It did hit. They did win 12-2. So they had at one point it was 4-2. It was kind of they had scored some runs. Obviously we were leading. It was great. And then late in the game they just went off, had a big 8th inning, and even had a big 9th inning to give us several runs there to put it out of reach. But either way, that was the first one. That was a revenge play. The other 4 were just RPI games. The first one was Texas at the Royals. Cologne has been a favorite 3 times prior to this year, and he has won all 3. Now, yesterday, he was a coin flip. He was technically a favorite, but it was only about 2 cents. So if you count that, he is 4-0 as a favorite this year. They won 6-3 against the Royals. After that, you've got the Phillies. The Phillies jumped out to a 4-0 lead early in the game, first inning, and then couldn't score anything the rest of the game. The Cardinals came back. They slowly got into rhythm, and then you could tell they really got their momentum up because it was 4-2 going into the top of the 9th, where they actually tied it up 4-4, and then in the top of the 10th, they scored a run to make it 5-4. So I was pretty well upset about that and thinking we were going to lose that game. And somehow, miraculously, in the bottom of the 9th, or the bottom of the 10th, there was a double hit. There was 2 guys on. They both came around and scored. We get the 6-5 victory. So the Phillies woke up. They're at the very end of the game to score 2 more runs to get us the win. And that was it for all the wins. Now, the 2 losses, I'll talk about right now. The first one is the Giants. Yesterday at home, they were hosting the Marlins, and we had the Giants -155. They jumped out just like the Phillies did to a quick lead, but just couldn't do anything after that. And the Marlins came back and ended up scoring 5 runs and beating us 5-4. Now that game is a B bet today, where it actually is a little bit higher. It's -170. So we're looking to win 2.55 units at -170. So that is kind of expensive there. It's getting a little on the higher end, but hopefully the Giants can get it done and we can move forward from that. And the other play was the Brewers. Now the Brewers and the Pirates had a really good baseball game where it was 0-0. All the way to the 7th inning. And then the Pirates, I believe they loaded the bases. Maybe they just had 2 on, but either way, they did score a run and went up 1-0, and that's how the game finished. So we lost 1-0 there, which forces us into a B bet today. But that price is really good. It's -111. It's a coin flip game, so we'll take them at -111 to win outright today against Pittsburgh. And that's all the officials. There were no officials picked up today, but we did pick up 2 unofficial plays. So today there were 3 new series starting up, where one of them was actually a potential revenge play with Baltimore against the Nationals. But once I look at the RPI, Baltimore is in the bottom 3 at .446, while the Nationals are not in the top 3, but they are pretty high, up in the top 15 at least, at .513. So therefore, it would not be a play at all because it didn't meet RPI or anything. There is no price on it right now, so we're just going to call it a skip. It's too far in RPI. I wouldn't even call it an unofficial play. Now, as far as the other two, they would be RPI betting system plays. The first one was the Red Sox at .539 and in the top three against the Twins at .483. You would then look at the Red Sox, and they are minus 174. Now, this is going to be an unofficial play. Price, or actually, I believe it's sale today, price tomorrow. So it's, the top of the order as far as, or top of the rotation for pitchers. Porcello's coming up, I believe, in the third game. So all their big pitchers are there. So it's going to be extremely expensive all 3 days, I feel like. So that's why it's unofficial. And I would honestly probably pass just simply because of the prices. And then last, we have Seattle at New York. I think this is going to be a really good series. Seattle right now is at .537 and just outside the top three. New York, the Yankees are at .549 and inside the top three. You look at the Yankees, they're minus 166. And the thing is, that's going to make it an unofficial. Now, as far as looking at the pitchers for that series, today they have, I believe it's maybe Sabathia, or either way, doesn't matter, that's a price today. But as far as the next 2 days, when I looked last night, they didn't have anybody listed as probable pitchers. So that means, to me, that they're probably bringing up somebody to get their first start, either in one of the two games or something's up there. I wouldn't touch it, but 166 is not a bad price. I do think this is going to be a really good series, though. That should be some good baseball there. So 2 unofficials picked up today. We got the 2 B bets from yesterday left over. And then we have today the Cubs on a doubleheader. Now, yesterday in the video, you heard me say that we were waiting on that Cubs price to come out. Well, when it did come out, it would have been an official play. But last night, it got postponed. We would have had them on the run line at minus 146. Because it got postponed, that's going to cancel out. Today, we look at them as a doubleheader play. So I haven't seen a line on that first game, but then again, the first game doesn't matter. We're looking at whoever loses that first game, in the Dodgers or the Cubs, and look at the price in the second game. This has worked for us pretty good this year. We've only been on it twice, but overall, the record for doubleheaders, doing it that way, using the same parameters, trying to stay under the price range of around minus 150, whether it be money line or run line, and taking the loser of the first game, has been, I believe, 9-0 so far this year. So that is very strong. Pay attention to that. Obviously, go at it with your, understand the risk that's involved, but it is a strong trend or lean. Well, that's it for today. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow morning.
60% of the time, it works every time.